What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, man? This your boy Kano, the brutally honest gamer, and I'm back with another video. You heard me now. Before I get into today's video, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for when I drop videos. You dig? Let's get it. Let's go. So it's been just about a week of the Video Game Awards, and I'm still processing everything that I've actually seen. If y'all haven't seen the live stream with me and Remix on the Gamer Section channel, go ahead and check that out, man. That's got to be one of the most controversial live streams that I've done, and people may not like what I got to say, but I'm being brutally honest. So let's go ahead and dive into the video, shall we? So this video right here is basically the pros and cons of the Video Game Awards and my perspective of it, what I like and what I dislike about the Video Game Awards. You feel me? So it's more dislikes than likes, but it's me being brutally honest. So let's get it. Let's start it. So let's talk about the length of the show first and foremost, man. The show was too long. You feel me? It didn't even feel like an award show in a sense because it was just so long. It felt like more of an advertisement situation. We're just advertising, games and stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but it felt like that's what it felt like. It felt like they didn't really give out awards in that perspective, in a sense, though. Even though there was awards that was given out, there was really nothing that was like a wow factor with the award show. It really was, to me, it felt like it wasn't an award show at all. It felt like a winter's version of E3, just showing off games and stuff like that. Because if you look at it now, the Video Game Awards is starting to become one of the big three, or big four now, because we got the regular E3, we got Gamescom, we got the Tokyo Game Show, and we got the Video Game Awards. Really, it should be called the Winter's E3, because that's basically what it's about at the end of the day. You feel me? But it was just too long of an event, practically almost 4 hours, honestly. They're gonna have to make changes and make corrections. Then not only that, though, make it a real award show, an unbiased award show, to make it fair. You feel me? Even though we'll talk about that in a minute, but like I say, it gotta be a nice lengthy award show that's not as long as 4 hours. I say 2 hours, that's be good, or 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's cool. Being 4 hours, that's like me watching The Godfather 1, 2, and 3 over and over. You hear me? Those are some long movies. It's like 3-4 hour movies itself. You feel me? So that was just too long of a situation to watch all that, man. Because towards the end, I was getting tired. I didn't feel like live streaming no more after that. I just wanted to play video games and just chill out for the rest of that night, man. It was just too much at that point of them doing that. You hear me? But the pro side of it is basically the games. You feel me? Like, all the games that we've seen had me excited about 2022, which leads to my next video dropping later on called, 2022 is the start of next gen gaming. But it's neither here nor there. But anywho, it was the games that we actually saw that was very exciting, that was very enticed in a sense. So let me go ahead and dive in deeper. Now, when we had the pre-show, the one particular game that caught my eye was Evil West. I'm definitely excited about that game. I like that it has that third person perspective, but I definitely like the sense of you can shoot. It's like that action adventure element to it, and I'm definitely excited about that game. Okay, so Planet of Lana was another one. It's another indie game that really caught my attention too. It's weird, but it's something that I could definitely see myself playing in the future. Not only that, though, within the whole show, I felt like there was a lot of games that I'm excited for during the show. Like, for instance, Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2 has got to be one of the most graphically realistic games that I actually seen, and it actually uses the Unreal Engine 5 engine. You feel me? So that's dope as hell, and it can show the graphical infidelity, the upper of the 4K elements to what we saw with Hellblade 2. And for real, I thought it was like a movie, but it was actually gameplay. So that was actually the shocking situation I seen with Hellblade 2. And you already know I'm a big Saints Row fan, so the people criticizing the reboot, but I give it a chance. I think the reboot is gonna be awesome. So people gotta stop complaining about, nitpick about little things. You gotta go with some new elements to different games. Don't trip about that. Saints Row gonna be a good game. I got a feeling it's gonna be a good game, and we need more games like that when coming this generation. You feel me? The Star Wars Eclipse game, we just saw the trailer from Quantum Dream. We ain't gonna see nothing with that game for a long time. You feel me? So I'm not expecting too much for that. Horizon Forbidden West, I'm definitely excited about that game for sure. I'm intrigued by what else I can see with the game. I'm not gonna play it day one unless I get a review code for it. But my thing about it is I still ain't got a PS5 yet because of the scalper. So it's neither here or there. You feel me? So, but I do got a Series X though, and an S. So, but anywho, like I said, there was tons of games that I've seen that I'm just very excited about for 2022 and beyond from the Video Game Awards. That's a major plus for that, even though it felt like it wasn't no Video Game Award show, like I said. Another downside to the Video Game Award show, it's not really the Video Game Awards itself, it's really Nintendo not being there. You feel me? And the reason why I say Nintendo's not being there, it's kind of like an L on Nintendo, because if you look at it, they don't have that many studios, and not only that, they really didn't have nothing to show for Nintendo. I'm saying, because they got games coming out like Splatoon 2, rumored Super Mario Odyssey game, the whole nine. You heard me? And even that Kirby the Forgotten Lands game. That's one of my highly anticipated games for next year for the Nintendo Switch. You heard me? So they didn't show that, so I'm like, wow, like Nintendo, what's going on? You feel me? So that was an L on Nintendo part. You feel me? Because like Nintendo got some good games. They just not putting it together in that perspective. I feel like that was kind of down bad in that sense. You feel me? So moving on. All right, now let's get back to it not being truly an awards show. So if y'all, and I'm gonna get off of gaming for just a sec. Now, if y'all watch something like the VMAs or the BET Awards or the Hip Hop Awards or whatnot, they actually give out awards, even though they starting to decline on that rating too, which is more performances than the awards. But with the Video Game Awards, it's starting to decline in actually giving out awards like that. You feel me? And we see who wins what, not woo, but we have a lot of game developers that's there, that's at the award show, and a lot of esports players that's at these award shows trying to get these awards, but it don't feel like a legit award show. They're not really passing out awards, and you don't see no acceptance speeches, not just yet, not like that, like it once was. It's just like it didn't feel like that. It just felt like E3. And at this point right now, I honestly feel like when it comes down to the nitty gritty, with this, I think what Jeff Keighley needs to do, how he has that summer game fest, he needs to just have a winter game fest too, instead of just having this award show with just winning my games. It needs to be separate. You feel me? That's what the key thing that they're gonna have to do. Switch that out because it doesn't work. So now another key thing that I still got a problem with is still the nominations situation. And the reason why I got a problem with the nominations is not all of the nominations, it's just one particular nomination category I got a problem with, and that is the best sports/racing game. That needs to be separate. And the reason why I say that needs to be separate, because they got sports game in its own right, and they got their own separate racing games. You feel me? And they released a lot of the racing games this year alone. They released a good amount of sports games. You got the FIFAs, the Maddens, the 2Ks, the PGA Tour, stuff like that. You feel me? So it just really don't make no sense of them having the best sports/racing game in this category. To me, I feel like it's dumb. You feel me? There is there's no balance with that. There's mainly just biasness. You feel me? Well, in that sense, because it's always something going on with that category. I'm glad Forza Horizon 5 won. That's good and all that. But at the same time, you feel me? They need to have its own categories, and that's what's wrong with that situation. That's why I think since G4 TV is back, they need to have their own award show. You feel me? I feel like that's the best bet. Since next year they're going to E3, newsflash, the gamer section is going to E3. That includes me, you hear me, and some other people that's on the team that's coming with me to E3, so we can interview game devs and all that. So we're going to E3 in 2022. Get it? But anywho, that's neither here or there. But I'm gonna continue. Like, side note, I'm gonna continue to put more videos out on the Honest Gamer channel. I got ideas that I'm putting together. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. This is gonna be the last video that I'm gonna be doing without the extra before I add extra editing to it, because y'all gonna see the subscribe and all that jive and everything. So y'all stay tuned. But on the other note, The video game awards to me, it was more of a fail than a success because of being it being so long, man. It was too long of a press conference. Yeah, I could say press conference now because there's just so many games, not enough awards, just more games. If they're gonna do it like that, either balance it out or create something separate. You feel me? So, but other than that, the games, I'm excited for the future of the video games. You feel me? So I'm gonna leave it on that note, man. You heard me? I'm gonna be out on here. Until then, tune into the next video. I'm out. Peace.